A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a striking display of hostility, North Korea has blown up key roads and rail lines leading to its border with South Korea, marking a significant step away from any possibility of reunification. This act of destruction, which occurred on Tuesday, October 15, 2024, has been met with condemnation from South Korea, which described the actions as deplorable and indicative of the North's regressive behavior. The explosions took place around midday, targeting sections of infrastructure that had once facilitated movement between the two nations. According to reports from South Korea's military, the blast sites were clearly visible, with smoke rising from the areas following the detonations. The destruction of these roads and rail lines aligns with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's recent declarations to sever ties with South Korea and solidify its stance as the South's principal adversary. This move comes amid escalating tensions on the Korean peninsula, further exacerbated by North Korea's accusations against the South of flying drones over its capital, Pyongyang, to disseminate propaganda leaflets. In a show of military readiness, South Korean forces responded to the explosions by firing warning shots into the air. A video released by the South Korean military showcased the aftermath of the blasts, highlighting the North's aggressive stance. Following the blasts, North Korea issued stark warnings about potential repercussions, including threats of horrible disaster if the alleged drone flights continued. The North's military has reportedly placed artillery units on standby at the border, ready to open fire if necessary. Despite the heightened rhetoric and military posturing, experts suggest that a full-scale preemptive attack by North Korea is unlikely. The North's military capabilities are significantly outmatched by the combined forces of the United States and South Korea, which serve as a deterrent against any rash military decisions by Kim Jong-un. In the aftermath of the explosions, South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff took immediate action, bolstering their surveillance and readiness along the border. The South's Unification Ministry condemned the North's actions as highly abnormal and a violation of previous inter-Korean agreements. Videos from the scene depicted North Korean vehicles clearing debris from the demolished infrastructure, further emphasizing the North's commitment to severing ties with the South. This latest incident is not an isolated event, but part of a broader pattern of North Korean aggression. In previous years, the North has engaged in similar acts of destruction as a form of political messaging. Notably, in 2020, North Korea demolished a liaison office built by South Korea in retaliation for civilian leafleting campaigns. Additionally, in 2018, it destroyed tunnels at its nuclear testing site during a period of diplomatic engagement with the United States, and in 2008, it blew up a cooling tower at its main nuclear complex amid negotiations for disarmament. The destruction of the roads, which were largely funded by South Korea, signals a definitive shift in Kim Jong-un's approach to inter-Korean relations. In January, Kim ordered an abandonment of the goal of peaceful unification, declaring South Korea as the North's invariable principal enemy. This directive has surprised many observers, as it marks a departure from the long-held aspirations of previous North Korean leaders who sought to unify the peninsula. Analysts suggest that Kim's strategy may involve diminishing South Korea's influence in regional security discussions, while seeking more direct engagement with the United States. Additionally, by ramping up military defenses and rhetoric against the South, Kim may be attempting to consolidate his regime's power domestically and suppress South Korean cultural influences. Kim Yo-jong, the sister of Kim Jong-un and a prominent figure in the North's leadership, has accused South Korea of orchestrating drone flights to drop propaganda over Pyongyang. She threatened that the South would have to pay a dear price if these actions continued. The North state media reported that Kim Jong-un has outlined unspecified tasks for the military in response to these perceived provocations. As tensions mount, the international community watches closely, aware that any miscalculation could lead to a significant escalation in hostilities on the Korean peninsula. The situation remains fluid, and the potential for conflict continues to loom large as both nations navigate this precarious moment in their fraught relationship. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.